I'm Kitty Catwoman231 from MBS Sports and Games. We are back on the air with some more MLS, the city-state of Kitania versus the city-state of Shadowpoint. We're starting with Shadowpoint's home game here in Shadowpoint. So, Sans, would you like to ref this game?
Yeah, sure. Hello, everyone. I'm Sans, not Luigi. You may know me from this last match that you've just seen broadcast. And I'll be the referee here, possibly commentating a bit on this whole game. Alright then. Everyone ready here?
Ready?
Yes, sir.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, start. Alright, we got a bit of trench digging by both sides. Yep, we've still got the trench digging, not really much happening. Pretty defensive strategy so far.
If it's Frog in the MBS chat said prediction Kitania 4-1.
Kitty occupying the larger slice of the board, Elite occupying a smaller slice of the board.
I'm assuming that's Frog in the MBS stream chat says Kitania wins 4-1.
Yeah, that's Frog.
That's still not much happening. Each player is keeping to their own piece of the board. Elite is crossing over to the other side. Kitty going for the offensive move. Another trench has been dug. Kitty over to the other piece. Elite once occupied. Back to our trench digging here. As with before, a lot of players keeping to their own corner. Alright. Kitty jumps to the other corner Elite once occupied and is looking at possibly maybe jumping over to this Elite corner. Alright, back to his corner before. Elite mostly not moving. Bit of digging going on, clearing the middle patches here.
I'd like to issue a rip in small RTM for Burn Cow.
A lot of keeping to their own spaces on the board.
Okay, we're just gonna...
Some shortening of the board here, a bit of a new trench dig. Alright, Elite back to his old space.
Let's get an automatic reset of the board.
Alright,
there we go.
Board reset.
Boo.
Still 0-0.
Stalemate.
Alright, you guys ready to start?
Ready?
Right, 3, 2, 1, go. Right, more trenches, as we've seen in the last round, just a bit more trench digging. Kitty going to Elite's piece of the board. Elite jumping over. Kitty going on the attack. Elite fighting back. More trenches being dug. And we've had the board split into quite a few sections. Alright, keeping to their own corners of the board again. Alright. They're mostly following each other here, keeping to their own corners. Kitty jumps over to that corner. Elite's corner, and Kitty is following Elite currently. Trench dug. Kitty occupying the middle of the board. Kitty occupying the east side of the board. Elite occupying the west side. Kitty jumps over to a southern southern island. Elite jumps back over. Kitty digging the trench. Almost got Elite there. Right. Currently a bit of a stalemate. All right. Kitty jumping over toward Elite.
You know, I'm not an expert, but I don't think the spleef is what's causing the TPS to drop.
Alright, Kitty's occupying the center of the board, Elite occupying east-southeast. Elite moving to the southwest. Oh, Elite falls into the water. And so we get City-State of Catania's first point, 1-0 City-State of Catania. Alright, get back to your corners. You guys ready?
I am ready.
Elite?
Yeah, just get a moment. I'd like to switch mouses. It'll just take a moment.
Okay.
Sure.
And while we wait, MLS on MBS is brought to you by Intrarail. Specifically that train that you can see in the background of the shot behind Elite Neon.
This delay on MLS on MBS is brought to you by Logitech. I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I'll start our countdown. 3, 2, 1, go! Alright, initial trench. Elite occupying the smaller side of the board. Sectioned off by the trench. Kitty occupying the much larger section. Ooh, Elite making his move? No. Slight lag
Save.
errors. Alright, a save is now starting. So, Kitty over to Elite's corner.
Stop.
Elite leaves.
Both of us stood on the edge of the thing here. That's an automatic
Okay,
draw.
so I guess
I'd like to request an edit be made to the arena to make that not possible.
Yeah, you know, I'll just do that real quick. I thought that double panes would be okay. I guess not.
To be fair, I was using the save to my advantage, so I guess it's karma that the round ended it as a draw, but you know. Alright, there we go.
Right. So I guess this means we get a round restart since 2 players were both in violation.
Yeah. Anyway, I am ready. The score is still 0-1.
Alright.
I need a moment. I am ready.
I'm ready.
Alright then, back from my new commentator stand. 3, 2, 1, go! Alright, slight trench digging. We got an initial trench here. Alright. Yet again, Elite occupying much smaller portion of the board, Kitty occupying the much larger portion. Alright, Elite goes over to his portion, and more trench digging, though there were close calls on both sides.
Very fine people on both sides.
Alright, Kitty goes over to Elite's part of the board, yet comes right back to his. A bit of island hopping going on. Not much on anyone's specific islands, though. Alright, Kitty hopping over to the Elite's formal portion of the board. At the northwestern portion. Alright, snowballs currently being thrown. Kitty over to Elite's side, and trench dug. Kitty occupying a much smaller, and he's back to his former section. Kitty jumps over to the northwestern part of the board and throws snowballs at Elite. Snowballs are returned. Jumps over to a smaller island near the same spot. And some more trench digging. Well, not really trench digging, just expansion of an existing trench.
Expansion of a dream, saying.
Alright. Elite on the eastern side, Kitty on the western side. Alright, Kitty maybe going in? Nope. Elite on a very small island in the very northeastern corner of the board. Alright, Elite falls through when he tries to jump to Kitty's island. Alright, that's 2-0. City saves Kitania.
0-2.
Right. Field reset. Are you both ready?
Ready?
Yes.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, go! Alright, trench dug. We have very similar situation to the past round. We've got Elite the smaller portion of the board in the northwest, and Kitty occupying the rest of the board. With a small island between them. Elite headed over to the bigger portion of the board, and another trench. Oh, Elite has fall. No, just looked like it. Sorry about that. Alright, Elite occupying the very western section of the board, Kitty occupying everything else. Main trench sort of running through the middle, but also to the west. Alright, Kitty jumps over, Elite escapes to the smaller island between them. Alright, Kitty jumps to the island right beside that one, and he is digging at it. They're both on very small islands in the northern portion of the board. Sort of a stalemate going on, Elite.
Hey, Elite, you see that distraction over there behind you?
No, I do not.
Oh.
Oh, look, somebody's burning an intro logo. Right
What,
behind
where?
you, in the tunnel.
What, where?
Is that a Free State of Kitania Humvee coming up here?
Where?
And distractions pulled off by either team. None to the avail. Kitty jumps over to the southwestern part of the board, southwestern island. And Elite is still on the very small island in between. And Kitty jumps over to his island, and Elite has fallen through. We got a 3-0 City-State of Kitania.
Yeah, I need to build a new arena. This arena is just too small. I love it, but it's too small.
Are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
All right then. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, and Elite jumps over to the Kitty's portion of the board, separated by an initial trench. Very, very close calls. And Elite is now in the western portion of the board. Kitty jumps over to the northeastern portion of the board. And he's now on the small center section. Oh, and Kitty jumps over to Elite's western section and makes him fall through. That's a 4-0 shutout by the City of Kitania.
4-0 Kitania versus Shadowpoint. The next game will be Kitania's home game in Zakar. After these messages, you're watching MLS on MBS.
Do you remember how you held me then? Now you got me reaching out. And do you see you got me falling in more times than I can get out. Down in the deep of my mind, I crawl for you and you're always inside. Down in the deep of my mind, how long do I got to keep you, to keep you? Down in the deep of my mind, I crawl for you and you're always inside. Down in the deep of my mind, trying so hard not to keep you, to keep you.
Hello and welcome back to MLS on MBS. We are returning to Zakar right now for City-State of Kitania's home game against the City-State of Shadowpoint. The previous game in Shadowpoint was just won 4-0 by the City-State of Kitania. Yep, you're effing. Okay,
Is everyone ready?
Now your audio is on, so you can say all of that again.
Okay. Hello everyone. I'm once again Sans Not Luigi, and from now broadcasting from Zakar, the city-state of Catania's home turf. Are you both ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, go. And at the start of our first round, both teams headed toward the middle. Elite sort of straggling off to the north a bit, and a trench being dug toward the west side of the playing field. Alright, Elite crosses over. Kitty crosses over to Elite's side and digs a smaller trench. Elite, a few close calls on Elite's part there. Another trench being dug. And Kitty crosses over. Oh, Elite falls in the trench.
Ladies and gentlemen, Alekna Bay is cold.
Indeed.
Now, if you swim, you can get to Premier City. Alright, we're both back in position. Are we ready?
Ready.
Alright. Elite.
Ready.
Alright then. 3, 2, 1, go. Just for the record, 1-0 City-State Kitania. Elite straggling off to the northern side of the board again. Kitty mostly staying in the center, and a trench. Kitty sort of making the trench go east-west instead of north-south here. And the trench is fully sort of built. Elite occupying the smaller section of the board, while Kitty occupying the larger. Kitty crosses over and crosses back. Elite crosses over to Kitty's space, and more trenches being dug. Again, Elite occupying the smaller section of the board like before.
Save is starting.
And a bit of a lag, so Elite crosses back
Almost
over to Kitty's section. Tries to dig, but cannot make Kitty fall in.
And save was starting, so I just ran.
Alright then, a bit of an offshoot of a trench here. Elite back to his old section. Kitty, come back over, and Elite falls into the hole Kitty had dug. Alright. Score is 2-0, City-State of Kitania. Alright, everyone back in position? Are we both ready?
Ready.
Red Dead Redemption, Part 2.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, start. Elite initially headed to the start. Kitty going to the center. Elite is headed north. And Kitty trying to dig a trench to separate off Elite's smaller section from his larger section. He's able to do it. Kitty crosses over into Elite's section and starts building more trenches. Or digging more trenches, rather. Elite separated in the west. Kitty comes over to his portion. Elite going back, going east more, and Kitty following. More trenches being dug here. Elite headed Elite headed southwest, and Kitty falls into the pit. Elite had dug for him. 2-1. City State of Kitania.
Okay, I'm ready.
Alright, Elite.
I'm ready from SpongeBob.
3, 2, 1, and go. Alright, our score is 2-1. Elite was able to score a point against the former champion. Trench, Doug. Alright, Kitty. Over to Elite section here. Elite, more trenches being dug by the both of them. No real sectioning of the board yet, though. Elite, Kitty headed toward Elite and more trenches. Oh, Elite falls into the trench. Alright, we got 3-1 City State of Kitania. Match point for them.
Well, at least it won't be a blowout.
Yeah.
You have any tips for this? I know we're live on air, but still, you have any tips for this? Because this is just painful at this point.
Why would I give you tips?
Okay, give them after I lose, would you?
Okay.
Alright then. Everyone's ready?
Ready.
I'm ready to die.
I just kind of adapt my play style to whoever I'm playing against.
Alright, let's go. 3, 2, 1, go. Going to the center, but toward the south. Kitty also going that way, and a trench is being dug in. Alright, a bit of sectioning of the playing field here. Elite's got a smaller section, Kitty's got a much larger section. Can't say much about it yet, because the board's not really fully sectioned off, though. Kitty digging the trench all the way toward the wall. Elite much smaller section, he crosses over, and Elite has fallen into the pit that Kitty had dug here.
And that is the game. 4-1.
That's the game. 4-1.
Kitania
City
against
State of
Shadowpoint.
Kitania.
So the City State of Kitania wins both games in the series. For our viewers on MBS, thanks for watching another spontaneous, unscheduled MLS match. Again, we are looking to do at least one scheduled match a week, so we'll be releasing details on that days in advance. But we're also broadcasting certain matches spontaneously, so stay tuned to our YouTube channel for that. For now, I'm Kitty Catwoman231 from MBS Sports and Games at the Diamondplex Arena in Zakar, and thanks for watching.